He wanted to escape poverty, so he traveled to another country where he got stuck in the desert, drank dead water, and was caught by the Coast Guard, who doesn't like migrants, and ended up in prison.
Luckily, they just came, opened the door, and that was how I managed to get out of the prison. And I found myself in another prison again.
In prison, new acquaintances awaited him, and his new friend came back to tell him this.
You are still here! It will kill a lot of people, but I just keep on it, I just keep running.
Realizing how much had happened, he wanted to find just one answer to his question, what to do next.
This way that I'm in Libya, if I didn't leave this country, one day, I would just die like chicken. The prison was filled with people, over 2,000-3,000 people. If you sleep in the night, right, and you wake up like this, and you go to peace, sometimes you come back, you won't be able to get a place to squeeze into sleep again. We're just sleeping on each other, because of people were so much. We drink from the toilet water where we bath. The first time we got into the prison, it was very okay, but along the line, when people were now beginning to be much, so the food were no longer reaching us. And if they share food now, and the food finished at your point, 3 guys tried to escape the prison. I don't know how those guys managed to climb as high as that prison wall is. I don't know how they climbed it. So they jumped. One of them broke his leg. One of them escaped. The other one was trying to run. So I don't know, the sniper at the top shot him down. And an helicopter came by. It was just flying by. So immediately as it was just flying by, a lot came out and started shouting, hey! Then the helicopter just came, turned around the prison and left. So when that thing happened, the general in charge just came out and started panicking and started making calls. I don't even know that they have busted the prison. People are already running out. I had one friend like that was beginning to get close. He ran back and came and he just told me that, you are still here. People are already running away. Jesus Christ. I didn't know where strength came from. I don't even have strength. Strength just came from nowhere. I started running. Before I could run to the gate, the prison was almost empty. While I was running, the only thing that normally comes to my mind is that arbatash, that machine gun. I'm just thinking, what if that machine gun comes now? What if that machine gun comes now? I started shooting, definitely. It will kill a lot of people. But I just keep running, until I ran and found myself in another village. I was arrested. Not just me, a lot of people were arrested. They arrested some of us, took us to a nearby police station, kept us there for some days. They now took us to another prison. It's at the prison where some families will be like, my brother has been away for so many years. We are no longer hearing from him. He's dead. Some of them are still in prison. Some of them are not dead. Some of them are still in prison. I'm telling you, I was so lucky. That prison, that Grenada that I got to, I spent only 3 days there. Only 3 days. I got out. Luckily for me, the prison was overfilled. So they were trying to cut down and take people out of the prison. Luckily, they just came, opened the door. And that was how I managed to get out of the prison. And I found myself in another prison again. So from that prison, I was there for some few weeks. They now took me out of that prison, take me to another prison again, where I now met that Ghanaian man. He loved my energy and this and that. I should not worry. Anytime that people want to take him for work, he will be carrying me. And all this, I'm just doing it just to eat. We were working, so they were monitoring us. We did an identical twins bungalow, I think three bedrooms, identical. We plastered the inside, plastered the outside, almost finishing. So this man refused to give us money. Now he's breaching the agreement. We now found out that it's like this guy wants to just use us. He's not going to pay us, and then we now find a way. And as at then, they have already grown trust in us that we are not going to run. I was already hearing their language. I was so fast. Then that was how we found a way. We escaped. We got our freedom. I was planning to go back to Nigeria. That's my Libyan boss had already taken me to Nigerian embassy to register for free flights, because I told him that I want to go back to Nigeria. I don't want to stay in Libya. They snapped me, do everything, registered for my passport, but that's free flight. I waited for it for like 2 years without it coming. First war experience I had in Libya was when I was in my Libyan boss house. So I was working within that area when the war started. The war just came all of a sudden and enveloped the areas. While I was sleeping, I just started hearing people. I ran out of the building. I looked up in the sky. I saw everywhere was red, flying bullets everywhere. Immediately I saw that, I ran into the building that we plastered, that cement building. So I went and stayed in the middle. I took my phone and then I called my boss. I told him that, look at what's going on. The war has caught up with me. He said that I should just wait there, that the next morning he will come and pick me up. And I'm telling you, I didn't believe it. The man kept to his promise that the next morning, when the war has gone down a little, the man came. It is even dangerous for any Libyan person to come in there, to come into the war front. Came in there and took me back to town, where he and his family stayed. He now gave me a bed in his car park where I stayed. I did a job for him and he didn't like it. And of which he is the one that requested for the exact POP, because then I stopped doing plastering job. I was not doing POP. So he was the one that requested for the exact design. So which I did. And then he said he didn't like it, that I should break it and redo it. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to break this, you pay me for breaking it and redoing it. So that was what brought the argument. And he wanted to slap me. So I held him and then I pushed him into his car to go and pick up his gun, and he wanted to shoot me. So it was somebody that was there that helped me in holding him down for him not to shoot me. So when that experience happened and I went back to my house, I just lay down on my bed. I just began to think about my life. I said, this way that I'm in Libya, if I didn't leave this country, one day, I would just die like chicken. So immediately I finished that job, when I collected the money, I just used it to go and pay for a vehicle that will bring me back to Nigeria by land. I was coming back. I saw thousands of Nigerians flooding the road going to Libya. Not just Nigerians, other African countries were among. They were all trooping themselves going to Libya. I can't even count how many vehicles I saw, hillocks loaded with Nigerians. They were going to Libya. You know, people were going back to Libya, right? Even me myself, when I came back, my first 2 years, I was this close to going back to Libya.
And there you have it, a journey that went from dusty roads to decorated home. If Ezekiel's story doesn't inspire you to turn your struggles into success, you don't know what will. So the next time life shows you a curveball, remember, you might just end up with a viral TikTok video and a booming business. Stay resilient, stay creative, and keep pushing forward just like Ezekiel. Until the next time, keep hustling and keep decorating your dreams. Bye.